Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out in themilitary.com, January 15th, 2019. For the first time in recent history, a U.S. military service is working without pay, and this is the U.S. Coast Guard, y'all. That's who's working without pay now. And the longer this thing is drawn out, do not be surprised if other military branches are included. Wow. All right. As Coast Guard paychecks went undelivered Tuesday as the result of an ongoing partial government shutdown, the service top officer urged its members to stay the course. In a public letter published Tuesday afternoon on his social media pages, Admiral Carl Schultz said the day's missed paycheck, to his knowledge, marked the first time in the history of the nation that service members in the U.S. Armed Forces have not been paid during a lapse in government appropriations. The Coast Guard, the only military service to fall under the Department of Homeland Security, is also the only service with payroll affected by the shutdown, which began December 22nd. The Coast Guard was able to issue final paychecks for the year, but will be unable to distribute further pay until a budget deal is reached or another appropriation agreement is made. In all, some 55,000 Coast Guard active duty, reserve, and civilian members are going without pay. The number includes 42,000 active duty service members. Coast Guard civilians have been on furlough or working without pay since the shutdown began, while some government employees affected by the shutdown have been furloughed. The Coast Guard continues to conduct operations around the world. Your senior leadership, including DHS Secretary Kirsten Nielsen, remains fully engaged, and we will maintain a steady flow of communication to keep you updated on developments, Schultz said in his letter. I recognize the anxiety and uncertainty this situation place on you and your family, and we are working closely with service organizations on your behalf. Schultz added that the Coast Guard Mutual Assistance, the Service Official Military Relief Society, received $15 million donation from USAA to support those in need. The American Red Cross will help distribute the funds, he said. The Coast Guard Mutual Assistance Board is also offering increased interest free loans to junior employees and junior enlisted service members. I am grateful for the outpour of support across the country, particularly in local communities, for our men and women, Schultz said. It is a direct reflection of the American public's sentiment towards the United States Coast Guard. They recognize the sacrifice that you and your family make in service to your country. The Coast Guard, Schultz said, had already many times proven the ability to rise above adversity. Stay the course, stand the watch, and serve with pride, he wrote. You are not and will not be forgotten. So we now got one um, military branch that will not be getting paid, but expected to get up and do their jobs every single day. Wow, that's all I can say. I mean, this thing is jacked up. I don't know about you, but I think if I had to get up and do some of these jobs every day without pay, I probably wouldn't do it either. These people got families to take care of. They got children in many cases, and no money is coming. I was reading about how many of these government employees are now staying home with their kids because they can't even take them to daycare. I mean, how do you even afford gas to even get around with no pay? Your car requires gas, and that costs money. I think the expectations of these people going without money for so long, I think that's so unrealistic. But then again, I am not the president. Trump is. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.